This is the Axwell Wallet. Now, if it looks a little familiar, you'd be forgiven for that. Now, you've probably seen Ridge Wallet being touted all over YouTube over the last few years by your favorite creators. But here, we've got Axwell, an American company that rightly is proud to support homeless war veterans with a percentage of their profits. Now, this is something super important since such a large percentage of old war vets struggle in modern society despite the sacrifices that they make. In any case, this is a wallet with pretty much the same concept of holding your favorite cards. At its core, it's basically two plates of metal held together by an elastic band with a cutout on one side to push and get access to your cards. Now, I've been using the Axwell wallet for the last month or so, and despite not being a major fan of these sandwich designs, I really enjoyed using them. I've had the chance to use both their blue aluminium model here and also their premium copper model as well, with the only real difference between the two being that the copper version is bloody heavy. It really is 2 chunks of solid copper, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. Now, externally, as we mentioned before, you've got these 2 RFID blocking aluminium plates held together internally with an elastic band on the sides. It has a good balance of tension and it can hold up to 12 cards, which is plenty for most people. I probably use somewhere in the region of 5 to 6 cards at any one time, and that's honestly probably enough. Any more and the wallet will start turning into a bit of a nugget. But at least the flexibility is there if you're someone that has a number of different cards. Now, speaking of flexibility, a real nifty feature with these Axwell wallets is how these plates are designed and customized. Each plate has an external face that is stuck on with magnets, and you know how much I love things with magnets. This allows you to quickly switch from either a money band to a money clip, if that's what you prefer, without any real need to use a screwdriver to take the plate off, unlike some other wallets like this one from Aviator that requires a screwdriver to get the plate off. And of course, the Ridge wallet. The money clip here is super tight, whereas the money band here probably could be a little bit tighter. Plus, if you're not holding it properly, you'll probably end up separating this face from the plate. But thanks to magnets, it'll slide straight back in place, no problems. Thanks to these magnets, if you wanted to switch them up, you could just easily pull it off, make the switch, and then snap it back on. It's so satisfying to see, hear, and feel them click back into place. Plus, if you've got a few different plate colors, you can switch them around, and I kind of like this copper and blue color scheme. It reminds me of Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Anyway, speaking about copper, let's talk about it. This copper plate feels really like they've just precision cut a piece of copper and then just whacked it on the wallet because it's really heavy. It's so heavy and solid, it feels like it'll survive a nuclear explosion. Seriously. It comes with all its antimicrobial benefits as a piece of copper, and the patina it has developed in this short time I've used it actually looks quite cool. Now, copper is really scratch prone just by nature, but this plate is likely to age beautifully like a nice pair of jeans or leather boots. But of course, when it comes to a wallet, something that you're gonna wear day in, day out, the last thing you want is a rock weighing you down unnecessarily. And that's why for me, I'm actually a bigger fan of this full aluminium blue model. The whole construction is from aluminium, and this makes it a far lighter material, which makes it more comfortable to use every day. Now, it is still heavier than few slimline wallets like with the Extra Senate or the Secret, but it's still quite comfortable to use every day and hold. Now, of course, using a colored brushed aluminium does come with some drawbacks, including paint chipping off on the corners, and it certainly doesn't have the same charm that, well, aging copper does. But it also is more resilient to scratches in general though, so just keep in mind that if it does cop a few drops, scuffs are gonna stand out with these aluminium models. Anyway, enough about the appearances. When using the wallet, the cards sit really securely, and even with vigorous shaking, the elastic bands do a really great job samming these cards together so they don't fall out. Then when it's time to pay, to get the card out, you basically push the cards out along the little cutout on this side. So, you push the cards out, fan them out to find whichever card you want. And yes, I mean, these aren't technically credit cards because guess what? Turns out it's not really that smart to show all your credit card details on the free internet for everyone to see. Anyway, push, fan, and pull. Easy, right? Well, in practice, I actually found this whole process slightly more convoluted than I expected. Let me explain. Credit cards with classic embossed letters and numbers tend to be grippier than completely smooth cards like driver's licenses and gift cards like these. And for me, most of my credit cards still have the old classic design with those embossed letters. So it actually takes quite a bit more effort to grab a card that wasn't already on top of the pile since I had. And honestly, using them over the last month, I did have a bit of trouble fanning them out. Now this also wasn't helped by the fact that how tight the elastic band was. Often in the heat of the moment, I'd have to almost pry the cards open and use my fingernails to grasp the card I needed to get out, which isn't a whole lot of fun if you need to pull your card out frequently, like when you're at the pub with mates, for example, or doing a spot of Christmas shopping. It fares a little better with fully smooth cards, so if your bank or credit union has fancy new cards like this, then you'll probably be fine. And chances are, as time goes on, the elastic band will probably loosen just a little bit and be a little easier to use. Now, the only other concern I have with wallets like these is that when you've got wallets that force cards to be squeezed on top of one another, unless you were really careful when you reinsert a card, it actually could end up degrading a protective plastic layer that most of these cards tend to have, which means eventually your cards could end up looking quite ragged and ugly. Now, I previously used this Aviator wallet with a very similar concept, and the edges of more than a few cards had started wearing away just because it kept rubbing on one another. It looks a little bit unsightly, which is a bit of a shame. It even started happening to my own driver's license, and these are supposed to last up to 10 years in some states in Australia, so just be aware of that. But overall, it is a really nice wallet to use and would make for a great addition to someone who's really into this style of wallet. It's designed really well, and I love the fact that it has magnets which allow quick swapping of these plates and money clips. Honestly, it's a really ingenious way to easily customize the wallet, and I wish more wallet makers adopted a very similar concept. Now, the Axwell wallets start at $90 US like the blue aluminium one here, and it can go all the way up to $125 US for the copper model here. Plus, online you can grab various accessories too, like a coin tray or a tracker card, just to name a few. And links will be in the description below if you're interested. For me though, I'm still a sucker for the old tried and true slimline trigger operated wallets like from Exeter and Secret. But that's just me. What about you? What type of wallet do you like to use? Would something like this interest you? Let me know why or why not in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and of course ding the bell icon so you don't miss out. Thanks again for watching, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.